Chapter 881, Room of Waves.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Podcast. We're on a boat in the ocean. We're pirates. I am the best guy ever, and this is Hippocrit.
I like that guy at the size wedding with the fucking cone head dented in the side.
Oh, Don Chinjiao.
Yeah.
Of One Piece fame.
I want to go back and read
in One Piece.
his whole story, because I remember enjoying that.
Yeah, his was really cool, because he was, like, really built up to be this intimidating guy, and then Oda did that classic shit of making a goofy twist on it, when his fucking cone head is, like, the secret key to this, like, thing, and then Luffy just fucking bends the shit out of it. It was hilarious. And it made Luffy look powerful, because fucking Garp couldn't even do that shit back in the day. Oh, wait, yes, I forgot. Garp squished it down, Luffy popped it back up, and it was extremely funny and hilarious. That's right, now I remember. Yes, very good. Incidentally, that's the cover page, everybody. Signed Baby 5 getting married. There you are. It's happening.
Looks lovely.
This may or may not be our second attempt at recording, so everyone's happy. Let's move to the next thing.
All right.
Okay. Yes, go.
So,
wave time. Uh-oh. What is happening?
First of all, the wave. The big wave. No real explanation as to how it's a homie. It doesn't really matter. But
doesn't matter.
It's coming down.
Into it.
And we can see that she is actually riding on Prospero's candy thing, which I didn't know could float, which is why I wasn't sure it was up there. But
she actually had been doing that for a while before on the ocean. So this, frankly, I'm not sure why I didn't just think of this. Because we couldn't see Prospero before, I guess. But, she was doing this before, so
I guess it is because I assumed the candy would sink and Prospero was just making it really tall. I guess it was touching the seabed, but
I guess it's buoyant.
I guess it's buoyant.
No.
I never throw candy in the bath, so I don't know what happens.
Hey, what do you call a little lad ant who's sitting on the ocean? He's boy ant. He's boy ant. That's what he that's what he is. There you go. That's my joke. Thank you for listening.
All right, that's the one joke of the show.
Yeah, that's
We've
right.
spent it all. So yeah, here's where Jinbei. I don't know whether this is out of nowhere. I think he's probably been mentioned as being like a helmsman type, good with steering ships. I just don't remember where, and it hasn't been very pronounced. But this
motherfucker has stood at the wheel a little bit.
Yeah.
That is true. But okay, go on.
But now he's grabbing the ropes, all of them, with one hand, and steering the ship like a surfboard through the wave to protect everyone. And that's going to be his role in the crew, is the guy who can surf with the ship.
All right, let's hang on a second. So Jinbei, all of a sudden, like, they're in this wave situation. Everyone's like, oh, no, what are we going to do? Jinbei is just like, I guess he takes charge somehow. Like, I don't see any communication happening about how he told them to go tie these ropes to various places, but whatever, I guess he did it real quick. So Jinbei, yeah, so he's... Here we go. All right, this is it. It's over. It is over. Jinbei is going to be in the crew now, and I don't want it, and I don't like it. But the question is settled. You know what this is like? We'll go into more, but basically Jinbei pulls off a miraculous helmsman move, and everyone's like, wow, did you know Jinbei was a really cool helmsman? Whoa, such a cool helmsman thing that guy does. Wow, wouldn't it be great if he was part of our crew as the helmsman? Yeah, we kind of don't really have a designated helmsman. Wouldn't that be interesting? Like, Jesus Christ, Oda, could you fucking stick my dick in it a little bit harder, please? Like, I get it. But why was this, like, never a thing before right now where you suddenly drop on me completely Mary Sue style that, oh, by the way, Jinbei is, like, the greatest helmsman who has ever fucking lived? Just, like, why couldn't he have worked this in cleaner? It's just annoying. It could
have been very simple by having Jinbei clearly be the helmsman for the fisherman pirates or something.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the case. He wasn't the captain. He was just around, wasn't he?
He was the fucking captain of the fisherman pirates after fucking what's his face got blowed up by
what
stuff.
What I mean by that is like Fisher Tiger, like the original crew, and then he's the helmsman of that. So it's like that's his role in the legendary crew, and it's very obvious that that's his. But now it's just like it feels out of nowhere. I don't know.
I have noticed many times that Jinbei just kind of gravitates toward being the guy standing at the wheel of the ship. But that's only very recently. Like, Jinbei's only been on the ship quite recently. So, like, it's not like that's happened a lot. But, like, the thing, like, even you, who generally likes Jinbei, is saying, like, wow, this is really out of nowhere. This is, like, yeah, you know, like, what the fuck? Why wasn't this built up a little more? Why wasn't this explained? Like, yes, Oda has shown, and maybe even if we went back and we read the flashback to the Fisher Pirates, or the Sun Pirates, or whatever the fuck they're called, the Fishmen Pirates, maybe if we went back and we read that, we would see Jinbei standing at the wheel, but, like, we've also seen Frankie stand at the wheel, like, more than any other character. Does that make him a helmsman, too? I don't think so.
I mean, what I assumed was, like, it used to be Chopper, because he could turn big and move the thing, and then it was Frankie, because he built the ship, so he's obviously the ship steerer, but now we got a fish who can do it better. It doesn't immediately make sense because Frankie is already part of the crew, which is why it felt like it needed more of a very clear, oh yeah, Frankie can't do this and this guy is better. Right, so the last moment, I had finished my point, and then Nate's computer exploded or something.
My Den computer, yes, it exploded.
Yeah, even though we're in the same ship, you know, we're in different cabins. We like doing it.
We're very shy. We're very shy. Oh, I can't look at you.
All right, so what were you gonna say about Jinbei and stuff?
Okay, I think I was going to make a point about how Jinbei has not been sufficiently built up to be a good helmsman. And I remember, okay, even if we looked back at the old days of seeing Jinbei standing at the helm, you know, like, even if he was consistently always doing that, you know, we were making the... I don't know if we already said this or if it got cut, but, like, Frankie has basically been the same guy as that. Chopper was like that before that. So, like, that doesn't really tell us anything about his real role. It just means, like, maybe he's just the guy who's like, yeah, you know, I'm just going to steer the ship. I'm just going to stand here. But, okay, so now we're finding out that Jinbei is, like, a literal god-tier helmsman on the level that, like, Nami is. Okay, so Nami's unbelievable, like, skill at being, like, a weather reader, I've always been, like, a little bit irked by, because it's, like, unbelievable. It's like she's just, like, God's gift to navigating. She just has magic. She literally has magic powers. And, you know, like, I've had a billion years to accept that, and I do now. But now they're just dropping this on me, that Jinbei, in addition to being, like, the strongest fishman in the world, has this other ability that's never come up at any point. Why the fuck would a fisherman be such a great helmsman? You're a fucking fish! Goddamn swim! Why would you be, like, such a skilled boat navigator guy? What is... I don't understand. I don't understand.
Doesn't make too much sense, because waves... You don't have underwater waves to practice on, and baby fishermen don't go up to the sea, but he says, like, it's the playground for fishermen children. Where? Where would they go?
I know. I mean, I could understand, like, a fishman child, like, swimming in there for fun and being like, hey, look, I'm in this wave, yay.
I guess Fishman Island does have air, so maybe, but, like, it's still a bit silly.
I thought it was weird from the start that, like, the fishermen pirates... I mean, I know, like I said, it was funny that they, like, had a ship. I mean, okay, like, you're gonna have a ship. Like, you hang out there, you do things, that's fine. But, I don't know, this strikes me, like, of all the people in the world who could be, like, a skilled helmsman, why the fuck is it Jinbei? Why the fuck is he, like, a master boatman? You're a goddamn fish! What is happening? Oda, what are you doing? I feel like this is so out of left field. Like, this is so weird. This is so fucking weird. It's like finding out that Law was a D. It's like, wait, what? Why? Why are you doing this other than just to make this character cooler than they otherwise would be? And, you know, to be fair, like, yeah, like, it's you know, it's cool, you know? It's cool that this happened. The thing that is weird about this whole situation is that, like, we're so far past this. We are so far past, like, me being interested in, like, someone having this ability. Like, this is something that would have been cool at, like, the beginning of the Grand Line. Like, a big wave and having to, like, deal with it in an interesting way. Like, when... It kind of reminds me of when... they left a little garden and Dory and Broggy helped them like get away from that giant goldfish. It's like that level threat. But like now, like literally the only reason why this skill matters at all is because they didn't have time to get the cola prepared for the coup de burst. Like Oda had to go out of his way to write in a situation where this skill was actually useful.
Yeah.
Because there are other better solutions to this problem that Oda could have just written in if he wanted to, but no, he wants to make Jinbei look cool so that when he says like, oh, now he's a member. Like this is Oda. This is it. I read a story once about like a bunch of Jewish kids, and that's not really relevant to the point I'm making now, but that's what it was about. And like there was the point they were talking about in there was like there was a big fight between these Jewish communities, one that wanted to establish like the Jewish state of Israel and the other that did not. And the reason that they didn't was because like it's part of prophecy that like the Messiah had to come, and like only when the Messiah comes are they like allowed to make the promised land, whereas the other side was like, no, we just got to do it for ourselves, you know, whatever, we're Jews, we're gonna make our own state. And the point I'm making here is that like it's to me it's over. Jinbei is going to be on the crew now, so there is really no point to me continuing to rail against Jinbei, because at this point I just need to make peace with the fact that he's here and try to make the best of the situation. You won't hear me going on and on about all the reasons why I hate Jinbei as much anymore, because as far as I'm concerned, the question is settled. Jinbei is joining the crew. Oda has decided that's what he wants to do. I disagree strongly, and this has sort of been my campaign against it for whatever it's been worth, which is not much, but it's over. It's over. Jinbei's going to join the crew, and I don't want it. I don't like it, but hey, what can I do? Anything to add? Anything to add there?
Well, I mean, I hadn't considered the fact that it's true. This is just a big wave, and they're just riding it out, which isn't even that like it's impressive.
No, it's not,
because the rest of the crew can't do it. But it's not like an impressive maneuver that we haven't seen more.
Exactly.
Amazing
there are so many
things.
Situations. I'm sorry to cut you off, but yes, that's entirely true. There are so many ways that the crew has to deal with a situation like this. Oda had to fucking just find every way that everyone's busy, like only a couple of the crew are there, work himself into the situation where Jinbei has a chance to like do something interesting in this specific way, like to make him seem legitimate and a valuable member of the crew. And the crew is just sucking his fucking fish dick. Like, Jinbei is so amazing. He's so good. Even though fucking, like, Frankie built a literal flying ship that could get us out of the situation with, like, no effort if we just, you know, were slightly better prepared. And fucking, I don't know, like, Zoro could cut this fucking wave in half and it wouldn't even be a problem.
Yeah, they got through the Aqua Laguna, I think.
These motherfuckers beat Aqua Laguna. Yeah, that's a great point. What the fuck is this wave? It's nothing. I am not impressed by this. I refuse to be impressed by it, god damn it. I'm not gonna just sit here and accept Jinbei's cock down my throat when I don't want it. But that said, I love him, and he's a member of the crew now.
I don't know whether this was like to win people over, but it's definitely to give Jinbei like an official role instead of just being a strong fighter, which is fine, but it literally would have made more sense if he was just really good at swabbing the deck, and that was his thing.
And he is, because he's a fish boy. He'll always be the poop deck master to me. That's what this guy is.
You know, we need the ship's janitor. We need one. He could have been
ship janitor. Oh god, like okay, here's the thing about this. Like, it is end game One Piece right now. We are at the final arc of this series, basically. This whole new world thing. We're fighting warlords and shit. We don't need a man who's like better than average at steering the fucking boat, because we are so beyond this level of issue. We have dealt with things so much more like dangerous and intense than this. To come at it now and act like this is some impressive feat, it's not. It is not. God damn. Like, it's just it's almost like a power creep problem with like just the fact that we have dealt with issues so much more impressive than this. That like these like lower level, it's like a guy at level 1 joins your like level 50 end game party. Like, I don't even want that guy. I don't care. Not to mention all the problems I've had with Jinbei up to this point. God damn it. But you know what? I was thinking about this before, and I did realize something. I should have known Jinbei was going to join the crew as soon as it was established that Aladdin was like officially the captain of the Fishman Pirates now. Like, I know Jinbei had been to Shichibukai for a while, But as soon as he like was no longer Shichibukai and Luffy expressed any interest in having him on, I should have been like, because I was thinking he would just like go back to the Sun Pirates, but like that position has been filled. So Jinbei is like he's available and he's going to join the crew, and it's very depressing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really upset about that so much as I am upset about the fact that he's just this thing is like whatever. Like he's like a fucking rad skateboarder, but like on the ocean.
That's cool.
Also known as a surfboarder.
They're literally riding a wave like a surfboard.
Yeah, yes. He's like the coolest stoic 90s surfboarder kid, radical dude.
I don't want him. I don't want him. We're so far beyond this point. What the fuck does Jinbei offer to the crew? Nothing! Okay, you know what? It's over. I love Jinbei. He's my favorite guy.
Now,
let's move on.
Yeah,
You know what it is, Gib? Okay, one last point. You know how every member of the Straw Hat crew, like, fills a role in the family? Like, Oda has canonically decided what every member of the crew does. Like, Frankie's the dad, Nami is, like, the only daughter, spoiled daughter, Robin's the mom, Luffy is, like, one of the middle sons, Zoro's the oldest son, etc., etc. You know what fucking Jinbei is? I think I've made this point before, but Jinbei is, like, the fucking uncle who, like, isn't really that interested in what's going on, like, in the main family. Like, the father role is filled by Frankie. We don't need another weirdo father figure. He's a fucking weird, awkward uncle who is unnecessary. It's just so unnecessary. And God, One Piece is such a fucking juggernaut. Think about all the fucking merchandise that's gonna be generated with, like, oh, the Straw Hats, including the new member, fucking Jinbei. You don't deserve it. You have not earned your position. Go away, Jinbei. Leave my family alone. God damn it. I'm not that mad, though.
You're right over there?
I'm just frustrated. It doesn't make sense to me. Why the fuck does Oda want him so... Okay.
Let's move on. So
let's move on. Yes.
The ship swoops right out of there, and they're fine. Luffy is talking to them through the mirror. He's scared they've all died. And then the Nami starts breaking all the mirrors, so that everybody thinks they're dead. I don't know whether that worked necessarily. It may have worked for a little bit. It's kind of weird to imagine that just by going to the left a bit, nobody noticed that they survived. But it's probably not going to be that they're completely undetected. They're just sort of far away.
They're figuring it out. They're like, yeah, well, maybe they survived. Ooh, what's this? What's going on here? They're breaking mirrors. Suspicious.
Yes.
I think they're going to figure it out. If not immediately, then very soon.
Yeah. I do like Nami being like, oh, Luffy's going to be trapped if we break all the mirrors, but those are the captain's orders. We got to do it. I don't want to, but I have to. It's the captain.
Yep.
I always like
She's
moments
being
like
a
that.
good friend. Me too. And there's a couple of them in this chapter.
And Luffy is fucking stuck in the mirror world. And
they talk through the mirror. You know, he grabs a little mirror and they start talking, and he's just like, even though they're breaking all the mirrors, he just tells them like, yes, everything's fine, don't worry about it.
Nami is basically outlining the plan of what's going to happen with Sanji making the cake, and it's going to be around 10 hours before the ship, the Sunny, gets there. So that's around 1 a.m. tonight, she says. So what I understand this to be is, since Luffy had a really long fight with Cracker, he's going to have a 10-hour fight with Katakuri. And then
Berserk.
Finally... Berserk. And that's going to be intense. I don't know what state Luffy's going to be in after this.
I don't know, man. Maybe he'll eat a lot of mochi and be just fine.
It's food again. He'll just eat the whole guy.
He could. Maybe he will. Who knows?
I don't want vor in my One Piece.
Luffy's the guy for it, if there ever was a character for that.
You know? That's the only guy... Yeah, the only one.
Remember that time he tried to eat Crocodile in battle? That was cool. I thought that was dope. He bit his fucking sandy head off, but, it didn't matter because he was a Logia guy.
It's hard to eat sand. It doesn't taste very good.
It's very not good. Yes, Luffy thought so too. Luffy thought so too. But anyway, then he gets the shit kicked out of him by fucking... fucking Katakuri walks over here and sees Luffy talking to Nami, and he kicks him. He's like, "Yo, your captain just got the shit kicked out of him."
It's like Charlie Brown, except Lucy kicked Charlie in the head.
You should.
Wait, no, it's like Katakuri is Charlie Brown and Luffy is Lucy, and this is payback.
That's exactly what it's like. Like Berserk is like this angry grown-up version of Charlie Brown who's finally getting vengeance on these fucking pranksters, and he's mad as fuck. Oh, he love it. I love how edgy his design is. He's super cool. He's the good kind of edgy. He does not annoy me because his role is not like overemphasized. Like he's just a fucking enforcer, and he's powerful, but he's not like a fucking D, like fucking Waltel D Law, that piece of shit. He's just a really strong guy who worked for it and didn't eat literally the most OP devil fruit in the world. This is good edge. This is good edge. And his devil fruit is super silly, which makes him hilarious and is fantastic. So this is good.
One thing I want to mention, Luffy's holding the piece of glass and then he gets kicked in the teeth, and I think he's holding his other hand in front of his mouth to like stop it going into his mouth. Like it's a bit
let me stop you right there, because I have no fucking idea what happened in the end of this chapter. There's a series of pages where after the crews are like, "Hey Luffy, let's meet at Cacao Island." Luffy begins to cover his mouth, gets the shit kicked out of him for a while, continues to cover his mouth as if he's trying to stifle something, and then, like, just smiles or something at the end. I have no fucking idea what this is about, and I've been trying to figure it out for, like, an hour.
What I see,
I have no idea.
I had a problem as well. This is what I think. Because when Berserk kicks Luffy, there's a crack bubble. So, like, the mirror is broken, and then his mouth is bleeding. So I assume it's like he kicked the mirror into his face, and now there's, like, blood everywhere. And he's, like, clenching his mouth to stop, to protect his like head, I think, from something.
You can see when he got kicked, like he had a hand over his mouth first, like his hand was over his mouth. He was holding the glass in front. Then he gets kicked, but like that I don't think that would put the glass like in his mouth somehow. I'm just gonna tell you, like, this didn't make any fucking sense, and just really, I think this was really poorly done. I have no idea what was attempted to be communicated in these last couple of pages.
Yeah, I'm still reading. All right,
Let me think. Know.
Because he has just one piece of glass. If he had two pieces of glass and he put one in his mouth to protect it so that he could continue talking to them, I kind of might understand. But he only has one piece.
Yeah, he only has one piece.
And then it gets cracked.
Okay, but like here's the weird thing, right? So at the end of this series, okay, so they say to Luffy, here's the chain of events. People, tell me if you can explain this to me. Please post comments, because I have no fucking idea what's happening. So Luffy's holding a piece of glass. He's talking to his friends through it. They say, "Luffy, let's meet at Cacao Island." Okay, is that good? Luffy proceeds to cover his mouth. He then gets beat the fuck up by Katakuri in various ways. At the end of this beat the fuck up session, he is looking down at the ground. There's the shattered glass below him. He then breaks into a smile for some reason and then responds to his friends like, "Yeah, hurry up already. I'm getting tired of waiting." Is what's attempted to be communicated here that Luffy has been, like, trying not to smile at the idea of, like, it taking 10 hours to go get back with his friends because he's so confident he's going to, like, beat Katakuri, and he's preemptively bored that he has already defeated this enemy in his mind? I have no fucking idea. Is this a Japanese thing? I don't know.
I checked both Gemini's box and Manga Stream.
That's exactly what I did too, to try to make some sense of this. Could not do it.
I don't know whether there's any third translations. I didn't check any Reddits or anything.
Luckily we've got our fans to rely on. Maybe they can explain it to us.
Please tell, because I don't get it. But what I think is that what I thought initially was that he's smiling because it's like the worst situation possible, and there's nothing left to do but laugh. It's a very weird and ugly smile.
Maybe. Yeah.
But that's what he's doing. It's like, hey, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just beat the shit out of this guy in this terrible situation. What else is there to do but just believe in your friends and believe in yourself and go and do the thing? And he's given them the confidence. Maybe that's what he's doing. He's given them the confidence that he's going to be fine, and they should just go to the island, and he'll meet them there because he's already there. He's already there, guys. I'm waiting for you. And that's what he's doing.
Is actually... Oh my god, you figured it out. That's exactly what he's doing. He is putting on a brave face. That explains exactly why he goes from, like, scared and intimidated to he forces himself to smile, to sound cheery, to encourage his crew, which is a very captainly thing to do. And then immediately after he's done talking to them, he crushes the mirror so they can't hear him anymore, and then he's back to, like, I don't plan on dying. Like, ooh, this is my serious face. I actually am in lots of danger, but I didn't want my crew to know that. Now that makes sense to me. I'm going with that. Yeah. That solves all my questions. Well done. You did it. You did it.
It was really just the way he was smiling that was like, that doesn't seem right at all.
I agree.
Like if it was like a confident smirk, but it was not. So yeah, that's what I thought.
Man, okay, you've done it. Though I do want to still criticize this chapter because that was very hard to figure out, and we almost didn't at all. So I don't know. I feel like that was Oda's responsibility to communicate that.
I can imagine it may have been like one of the rare instances where in the translating, that there isn't necessarily a word in English that can translate the way he said what he said.
It's possible.
But I feel like you could make it clearer with English translation, just changing the words around.
I'm willing to give Oda the benefit of the doubt on this. You know, it's not going to break the bank for me that this was a little bit unclear.
We'll never truly know. We'll never truly be able to like review these if we don't know the original translation. We can only go off what the fan people have subtitled it.
What an interesting situation that is. That we're not actually reviewing the man's actual work. We're reviewing like this weird middle ground interpretation of it via fans of the series. How interesting. How interesting. Well, in any case, so the chapter wraps up as Luffy, indeed, as I said, puts on his game face after cheering up his crew, and Berserk pulls out his big old Berserk stabby spear.
Yeah,
and they're gonna fight.
That panel of Berserk bringing out his like trident through his arm, and like his hand is half, but it's gloopy in half. I really like that. That's really cool.
Katakuri is just such a fucking home run of a character for me. This guy is killing it. He is killing it. It's fantastic. And I also like that he's not like... I like that he's just like a lieutenant. I like that he is just like the top fighter of the crew.
He's not even... he may be the strongest fighter in the crew, but he's not like the first son or anything. I don't know where Prospero is stronger. Probably not.
Doubtful.
But
and I like...
And
I just like how he is by far the edgiest member of his crew. And like he this guy is in the Big Mom Pirates, and that is like surprising and funny, but also just fucking dope. Like it's cool to see guys like him and what's her name, Smoothie, who are like a little bit more on the like serious like badass spectrum of things, as well as Biscuit. You know, once he takes off his like goofy outfit. Like this is cool. Like they're like Big Mom herself is kind of retarded, but the fact that she has some kids who are just like seriously on the ball badasses. I don't know. Like, I'm really into Big Mom's crew just in general. I think it is fucking dope and a major success for me. I'm pretty darn happy with this whole arc.
It's fucking sweet. It's a very good arc. I love every moment of it. It's so cool.
The only moments I don't love of it are when Oda proceeds to spoon-feed me baby reasons that I can't fucking figure out for myself why Jinbei has to be a member of the crew. Oh, he has so much to offer. Why can't Jinbei just be a badass fishman? Why does he also need to be literally the greatest helmsman who ever lived out of nowhere? He's a fucking fishman! It doesn't make sense! Okay.
He should be the master bilger. That's a role in the ship that has to like when the ship is leaking and there's water at the bottom. The bilger is the one who pumps it out or gets rid of the water. He's like he can be that, but no.
He should be the fucking odd job guy. You know, he is the janitor to me. He will be the janitor forever. Man,
Scruffy the janitor.
this is it, guys. This is the day that I concede. I was wrong. Jinbei is joining the crew. I mean, oh god, maybe I'll be wrong about this, and Oda will surprise me, and like this is actually like a fake out moment. God, that would be so great. I don't think it's gonna happen though.
No.
Oh dear. All right. Well, that's it, everybody. Thanks for listening. And it's apparently there's none next week. This is gonna be back in a later issue. So hopefully in 2 weeks we'll see you then. Yeah.
All right.
Bye-bye. I hate Jinbei.
Goodbye.
The end. I don't hate Jinbei, though.